Shalom, call Halimla, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who rule and teach well over the Hopeful Lake, and a sincere shalom to the Hopeful Lake, which is the house of David, the 1/3, who's tuning into the truth and pushing the truth with all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth where we have been scattered. Now this video is going into this conflict that's in happening out in Russia. Okay, I mean not Russia, Africa, and Russia is backing up these African countries to challenge the West, right, which is Europe and their allies, NATO, pretty much for the most part, NATO and a few other countries. Now, when you trying to think I think pretty much all these Edomite countries, a part of the West, are in NATO. Because you got Canada, you got the U.S., I believe Australia's up in there. So I think it's just pretty much NATO represents the West, for the most part. But anyways, nonetheless, you have NATO was created to keep Russia out of the way, Babylon the Great propped up, and Germany oppressed. NATO was created to keep Russia out of the way, Babylon the Great on top, and Germany oppressed. All right. Now, let's go into this this pipeline that was being built from Nigeria to supply France, because really all of Europe, because of the pipeline Nord Stream. Both of the pipelines going out of commission. Now they're trying to go overdrive with this Nigerian pipeline. And as you can see from the title, Niger coup threatens Nigeria Morocco 30 BCM gas pipeline project. Because Niger ain't fooling with the West, man. They want Russia in and Babylon the Great and France and so on and so forth out. A $13 billion project to build a gas pipeline connecting giant gas field in Nigeria to Europe is threatened by the recent coup d'etat in Niger. All right. This long discussed 5,600 kilometer pipeline, could fuel 11 countries along the African coast on its way to Morocco and then be connected to the energy system of Spain or Italy, was given fresh impetus after Russian gas supplies to the EU was cut off last year. All right. And now this is being on halt and more than likely is not going to be built. Okay. Because they're not feeling with these Edomites, these Western Edomites anymore. All right. They're siding with Russia, the BRICS, so on and so forth. China, which is a part of the BRICS. The BRICS started with Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and then it's expanded. I think they got over 100 applications or something like that. Saudi Arabia wants in. It's a lot of countries that's trying to ally with the BRICS, and it, something just came out recently of Russia, okay, saying they're offering any type of military technology needed to the African countries to demolish the U.S. Okay, like we Ezekiel 38, these Russia is going to be a guard to these nations to devour his own people. Let's get a scripture on that because the Russians are still Edomites. Let's go to this is Matthew, all right, 12 and 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So these Russians are, it's always been infighting amongst these Edomites, okay? All the way back to when they took over Europe as the Greeks, right? Because they took over that nationality as the Greeks. They were infighting since then, and that's just off the scriptures, okay? I'm pretty sure there's probably accounts when they were still going by Edom of infighting because these devils are just wicked. They're extremely greedy. All right. But let's see if we can get some more on this article. The coup in Niger has become a tussle for influence between the East and West rivals in Africa. All right, and the West represents Babylon the Great, pretty much, and the East represents Russia. And Babylon the Great is clearly collapsing. This place is through. Now here goes the pipeline right here. The Trans-Saharan Gas Pipeline, all right, TSGP, also known as Niger Pipeline, is a planned natural gas pipeline from Nigeria to Algeria. It is seen as an opportunity to diversify the European Union's gas supply. And now this is pretty much going up in flames. Lord's will, this doesn't go through. You eat them, you damn devils, is going to suffer. The pipeline will actually, no. The pipeline is opposed by the Nigerian militant group Movement for the Emancipation of the Niger Delta. A spokesman for the group warned that until issues regarding the exploitation of the Niger Delta and its people have been resolved, any money put into the project will go down the drain. And you Edomites, you Babylonians aren't going to win this, man. Because time is up for you devils. Time is up for you devils. The idea of the Trans-Saharan pipeline was first proposed in the 1970s. So this has been on the table for half a century at this point. On the 14th of January 2002, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, and I think Nigeria is a part of OPEC. I believe so. They're part of OPEC. Let's find out. OPEC countries. OPEC. Yep, Nigeria is a part of OPEC. All right. And OPEC is the organization of the petroleum exporting countries. All right. And Nigeria is a part of that. Okay. So where were we? All right. An Algerian national oil gas company, Algeria, is also a part of OPEC. Okay. Signed the memorandum of understanding for preparations of the project. In June 2005, NNPC and Sonatrach signed a contract with Penspin Limited for a feasibility study of the project. The feasibility study was completed in September 2006, all right, and it found the pipeline to be technically and economically feasible and reliable. All right, so this pipeline has always been en route. It's always been under construction for a while. All right, and now it's coming to a halt because them Hamites, Jake is among them too, especially along the coast of West Africa, Nigeria. Right, got the Igbo. Um, they not fooling with Esau no more because they got some power because they got Russia backing them.